Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to take our session with the having of reading passage. So, how is the reading passage to be explained to the students in the class by taking the turns of 5 to 10 turns? And now we are going to see, as part of our syllabus, we are going to take with the reading passage of Burrakatha as an oral narrative performance. And what is that performance that can be taken now, which has been given in the reading passage in this session today? And we are going to start with the passage with the giving of this Burrakatha as the oral narrative performance. So what is this oral narrative performance? You can see now with the passage of the expressions that are being given. Burrakatha is an art form. Burrakatha is an art form in which stories are told by performers on a stage. So you can see that Burrakatha is an art form in which the stories are told by the performers on the stage. It is a part of Katha. It is a part of Katha tradition. Katha refers to the story that an artist narrates, and it is so named because it is the use of burra, which is short for tambura, a stringed instrument shaped like a skull and made of baked clay, copper or dried pumpkin. So you can see how this instrument is made of, that we can take this as. So it is a part of Katha or tradition. Katha refers to the story that an artist narrates. So this is the story, but who is performing the story there? The artist is going to perform and he is going to narrate it on a stage. So it is named because of the use of burra. So you can see that it is named because of the use of burra, which is a short for tambura, stringed instrument shaped like skull and made out of clay with a copper or dried pumpkin. And this is art form found in villages of Telangana. So this is art form and found in the villages of Telangana as well as Rayalaseema and other areas of the former state of Andhra Pradesh. Its name varies from region to region. In Telangana, it can also be called Tambura Katha. So it can be called. So you can see this is the art form in villages of Telangana as well as Rayalaseema and other states of Andhra Pradesh. Its name varies. So you can see that this is the name that varies from place to the place or region to the region. It can also be called as Tambura Katha. It can also be called as Tambura Katha or Sharada Katha. Since many Telangana artists come under stringed instruments to be manifestations of goddess Sharada Devi. In the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, it is called Jangama Katha. In Rayalaseema, it can be called as Tandana Katha or Sudulu. So you can take now, this is the when you are going to have this art form of Telangana, you can see with the different names, and that can be taken as your Tambura Katha, or you can call this as Tambura Katha, Sharada Katha, or Telangana artists, they stringed instruments to be manifestation of the goddess Sharada. In the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, so when you go to the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, it is called Jangama Katha in the Rayalaseema. It can be called as Tandanakatha or Sudulu. Burrakatha began in the form of songs. So how this katha begins or Burrakatha began? So this began in the form of songs by tribal people. So these art form, and this can be expressed in the in before the peoples of these tribal folklore. So where you can see in the coastal areas, where you can see nearby the tribal areas of the regions, nomadic folklore or Kala Puranam, you can see that nomadic folklore or Kala Puranam that suggest the ancestors of one such tribe people were cursed by goddess Parvati to live this difficult life where the people, so you can see what is the culture of these nomadic people. They will be having of these problems, or they will be having of some customs and traditions that can be live their life to be the difficult life, that constantly moving from one place to other place like nomads. So this, who are the people who are nomads there, and thus can be taken as these this kind of the tribe can be known as Jangama tribe or Jangam nomadic tribe. So you can have the definition of nomads, where these people are going to be travel from one place to the other in having for their food and shelter. Those can be taken as into the consideration of nomadic folklore. And this was a story, and that people are being run by these ancestors by the taking of flowers there. This nomadic folklore and ancestors, their people, their old people were being taken in the order of having of these nomadic folklore and having of these Jangam tribes there. And these people are being well known for these Jangam tribes or nomadic tribe in the 12th century. They were greatly influenced. So when you come to the seeing of 12th century, you can see that they are being influenced by a saint called Basava. So you can see that a saint Basava can be taken, but this Basava is a saint who resides very near to the side of Karnataka, and eventually adopted Veerashaivam, and eventually they have adopted Veerashaivam as their religion because they often relied on charities of others for their livelihood. They created Burrakatha as means by which they could earn a living and retelling the stories of Lord Shiva. So they are going to revise, or they are going to show the religion to the people of the charity in the having of livelihood by the namely called as the telling of the stories of Lord Parvati and Shiva. And these are the retelling stories of Lord Parvati and Shiva to be by the means of earning livelihood by the retelling of the stories that can be taken into these showing of the Lord Shiva there. And these are the tribal people where you can see, and the god is also, you can say that Basava is the person who lives near the border of Karnataka, can be called as a saint Basava, and they adopted Veerashaiva means as their religion. So in that they are the part of the religion Veerashaiva religion, and they can be put their performance in the Katha of Burrakatha by the performance of folklore to show the story of Lord Shiva there. So how the Parvati and this goddess Shiva was going to show the total region which has been created by the goddess in the having of these Kalapuranam, where the ancestors were living. Then you can come to the paragraph of third one. A performance consists of a story. This performance consists of a story by telling of a team members. By telling of a team members, two or three people. They are often from the same family. They belong to the same family. Two or three members are being adopted from the same family for the telling of this story. The main person can be called as Katakudu. You can see that the main storyteller of the performance is known as Katakudu, and that person narrates the story of accompaniment of music produced by the tambura. So how the music is going to be produced from the tambura, the main storyteller of the performance, that can be, he is the person can be called Katakudu, and that person narrates the story of these goddess Parvati and Shiva for the people, those who are visualizing of these artists, by the showing of their performance which is being produced by tambura. Additionally, you can see that Katakudu wears anklets. The Katakudu or the main person, the main story of performer wears anklets. That anklets means andelu, and these are being performed by metal rings on the fingers to produce music. These andelu and metal rings on their fingers to produce music, because this moving and composing of the music by the giving of the songs of the words which from the mouth is going to be come from the Katakudu, makes the music to the dance, makes the performance of the Katakudu to dance and show the story of the teller of this Lord Parvati and Shiva to the people. The performance assists in telling the story, playing small drums called gummeta or budige, and playing the role of their either humorist, that can be taken as hasyakas, and political commentators. So those political commentators can be called as rajakiyas. There politically, you can see, you can give the word as rajakiyas. And when you are going to come with the word of role of humorist, humorist means where you can see the word with a sense of laughing there, and that can be taken as hasyakas. They might interrupt with the story to crack jokes. In the middle, they are going to ask the some questions that how it is being done, and that show may interrupt having the story to crack even the jokes, or to ask questions also, and that audience may ask some questions, or they may put some interrupt facing of the sentences when the Katagudu is going to respond towards the audience there. And this is the total performance which can be done by Katakudu. He is the main person. He narrates the story of the accompaniment of these tambura there. Burrakatha is mostly performed during Dasara and Sankranti. So whenever the occasion, so this is the best suitable occasion for this performance of the playing of this Burrakatha during the holidays of Dasara and Sankranti, which performances of taking place in the evenings. So these performances are going to be taken in the place of evenings. They begin with the devotional songs before Katakudu introduces the story. They will begin with the devotional songs, because before the Katakudu is going to explain the total story, and the Hasyakas and Rajakiyas help in emphasizing main points there of the story, so that audience, they should not lose the track of narrative. So when the audience are going to be attracted to that story, their concentration may not leave them. So these Hasyakas and Rajakiyas help in emphasizing the main points of the story, that audience do not lose the narrative of the track of the story there. The stories performed to be tend, or the stories performed tend to be the based on history and mythology. You should have to see that it is mostly based on historical aspects and mythological events of God's faith, particularly of the great epics of this Ramayana and Mahabharata. So they can show this Ramayana and Mahabharata, or even with the devotional epics of the stories that can be taken, and that can be shown in the showing of the great epics of the values and morals to the audience, so that they can learn these moralities in the people to enlighten them with the having of our custom and tradition, which makes our performances to show in the form of these burrakatha. So this is the lastly performance done in the before the audience during the festivals of Dasara and Sankranti. Continue in the next session.